18th century Unionites and all that shit. What I know. Still, shame though. Still a shame though. Get blood with shit. That ain't count. They put men in uniform, so I was thinking that might be, if not gang officer, it probably be they are probably what's the word? Damn word. Probably those vampires for all we know. They got uniforms. Probably just stole from her, figure it's easy. Let's take that and just use that for our cause, or hooligans. Just damn hooligans.
Good evening.
Just take it because we can.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town.
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
Ah, your sister's there.
Is it not dangerous to work here at night?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The sad saint now provides me and my sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
Homeless?
Are you homeless, Miss Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for me and my sister.
I hope so.
What can you tell me about the sad saint?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton, the sad saint of the East End. He gave me shelter, and he's not always sad.
What can you tell me about this place?
Yeah.
How are things?
Seem nice.
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself, you better watch your back, Mr. Reed.
Which local dangers must I avoid?
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of attention.
Well, I am not someone so easily intimidated.
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Sean Hampton's shelter. No one would dare to be violent there.
You really think I should go back to a safer place?
No. I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the wet boot boys. Those bastards are worse than the epidemic.
I believe you.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum he manages, I suppose. Why do you want to see him?
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital, but he left abruptly.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a discreet and dedicated man. I'm sure you'll find him soon enough.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Isn't there, but I'm gonna...
Come now, Lottie. There is still much work to do.
Sad though. Oh, blacks now. Yeah. Sad. Still, you know, they made a mistake. They got drunk and lost the money. Doesn't matter if you're a man or woman, you know. No picture of it. Doesn't matter if you're a man or woman.
It's locked.
Did a terrible job and lost the money. And the boss would be mad at you. Like, well, is everybody sorry? And guess what? You're blacklisted now. No one's gonna help you. Get blacklisted. Can't be that easy.
Promised you would make everything right. It's not been that simple.
Feeling worse, it might be a scout. Maybe a vampire attacked him and the scout just happened to pick him up. no heavy footsteps there. There's those. Also sounds like wearing some steel boots there running on this thing. Burn battery. Wet boot boys. That could be dumber. Just go orcs running in their gangs. Yeah. You got orcs running in their gangs. They're very simple. Points. The ankle breakers. Break your ankles so you can run away. Yeah. Alright, time to get sociable with these people. All of these people.
I know I promised you would make everything right, Mum.
Sisters. Each one of them we got a sister from. Start with a nice one first. Might get some better more
Glad
information.
to see you again, Mr. Reed.
Her sister. Like, she probably mostly riled up there because you're like, I lost it, damn it. I'm pissed. I'm mostly pissed at myself because I lost the damn thing. Shit. Talk about the game first.
Lottie, tell me about the Wet Boot Boys. I know they've threatened you.
Edwina Cox wanted me to provide her with information about Mr. Hampton's resources. I refused.
Is that not dangerous?
Fuck them and their lies. They claim they protect the interests of the neighborhood, but they are just greedy parasites like all the rest.
Praise your courage.
I respect your courage, Miss Paxton. And I hope life will never wear you down.
Dr. Reed, you know how to make a girl blush. I am glad you came to the docks, whatever your real reasons are.
Not gonna give me
Lottie, tell me about the death of your mother.
Giselle killed her, plain and simple. She killed her with her daily whims, her laziness, and her complaints.
That's quite a statement. You can't kill someone because you're fickle.
Mother was very ill, but I forgave Giselle. What I couldn't stand was how she cried at her funeral like she was the one left alone.
Perhaps your sister is not as tough as you are.
I know that, and I don't blame her. It just makes me sad that my own sister is the person I understand the least.
Giselle is the only family you have left. Don't you think it's time you forgave her?
Sometimes words are harder to forgive than acts, Dr. Reed.
Of course they are. Always are. Words always hard to say.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Hopefully his sister is less of a, more ladylike. Is she trying to be a doctor, or is just what the game is doing?
It's locked, all right.
You again? What do you want?
Giselle, I know you sleep at Sean Hampton's shelter. What can you tell me about him?
He provided a roof for me and my sister. I am grateful, of course, but he gives me the creeps.
Why is that?
He's always sad, like he's about to cry. He's always asking us to get closer to God, to give ourselves to the Lord. Creepy.
Understandable, I guess.
Giselle, tell me about the death of your mother.
After our father died, Mother worked so hard she made herself sick. We spent all the money we had on useless drugs and doctors.
That's why she is doctor.
It was hell.
Hell? What do you mean?
The three of us were exhausted and desperate. And when I'm desperate, I tend to get angry. And I'm hard to live with. Lottie said I killed Mother.
She didn't mean it.
Your sister was suffering too. I'm sure she didn't mean what she said.
I don't want to talk about that. It was years ago. We Paxton sisters are tough. We don't apologize.
Alright.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Something about him. Glad to see you again.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
You gotta ream people for some reason.
This scene.
I mind if I lose stuff when I talk to you? How we talk?
Why the long face, Doctor?
Both changed a lot.
It looks like we both have changed a lot. I must confess, it saddens me, Sean.
Put your faith in the Lord, Doctor. He has a plan for all of us. We may not always see it, but he does.
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Aren't you afraid of what you've become?
We are blessed, Doctor. Can't you see it? The Lord has made us able to walk amongst the plague and aid those that need it.
Do you think this is a blessing when God's own house and holy symbols repel you?
If that is your burden, Doctor, so be it. But I do not fear the cross, nor am I forced to take the life of another. My kind doesn't share your imperfections.
But you must drink blood now to survive.
Know not your scripture. Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day. So saith the Lord. I only need to eat flesh, no blood.
Where are you?
Why return here?
This is my home. These people are my flock. You will always find me where I am needed.
What the hell?
Wonders never cease. Scal managing an asylum.
And what of you? A vampire doctor? Meals laid out before you. Yet you restrain?
That's true.
And what about William Bishop? He tried to take care of you. But this hunger, this thirst, cannot be restrained.
Alas, poor William. He had a good soul, but was weak in spirit. He could not shake the thirst for booze, never mind blood. But have faith. My will is far stronger than his.
I'm not sure.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
But you were close to her.
Of course. But she was lost, separated from the fold. She did not see the hand of the divine in my blessed condition.
So you claim Miss Jones' death was not by your hand, nor the other incidents at Pembroke?
Though Harriet was an angry, spiteful woman, she was one of God's creatures. I have nothing but love for all he has made.
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
I'm intrigued.
Very well. You have definitely intrigued me. I hope you're right, Sean.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I surrender myself to your judgment.
Yes. Alright, better should have let those dogs in for the cause any trouble. Something's come out to take them out today, but I'm sure. Behaving. You behaving, doggy. Being a good dog, behaving. Silly dog. You're probably right. Give me a minute. Give me a minute, mutt. You dang dog mutt. You give me a big dog. You give me a damn dog, puppy
This
dog.
could be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate further.
Dog, give me a damn dog, puppy dog minute.
Giselle's stolen money. Everyone has some unethical ways of financing their war.
Alright. Alright. We're gonna pause here for a bit again. Take my doggy out there again, make sure he does your business. Alright. We'll be back. back. We're not there yet. What should I do actually? She claims some man in uniform was observing her while she was drunk and foolishly counting money in the bar. Is this a lie? Were these men from the Packer guy anyway? Alright. Gazelle. Here's the money collected by my comrades to support the next strike. Keep it safe until the bloody service. And it seems to me money might not have been stolen as she claims it has been.
You again? What do you want?
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
What are your sister? What'd she say?
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Keep the money in line. Personal, let's bring the money back to her. She probably needs it more.
You again? What do you want?
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
You again?
There we go.
What do you want?
I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed militia.
I knew it! Did you find the money too?
Yeah, I found it.
Yes, here it is. They thought they could finance their activities with it.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to... I misjudged you. Badly. Well... Thank you, sir.
Will you give the money back to your comrades, then?
Fuck those bastards who fired me. I'll give the money to Miss Gillingham. Her son Jack was a friend of mine. He was killed recently.
I know you were friends with Miss Gillingham's son, Jack. Tell me about his death.
Jack's murder has been a shock to the neighborhood. A sign that the situation is now out of control.
Why is that?
There has always been tension between the Wet Boot Boys and members of the trade union. But a murder? That's a first.
Good.
Who killed him?
No one will ever know. One thing is certain. While Jack was alive, I had one less reason to drink.
Why does that upset you so much?
I wish I had found the time and words to tell him how important he was to me before it was too late. Another failure for Giselle Paxton.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
What is happening?
For Christ's sake, get a grip. Look at yourself.
It's quite hard to do without a mirror. Can I borrow yours? Oh wait, we don't have a house.
Yes, we're poor, but there is work to do. Honest money waiting to be earned.
I had honest work before I was fired by those fascist pigs, remember? So let me drink in peace.
You were fired for the bottle, not for your political opinions. When will you realise that?
Maybe I do drink too much. And maybe it did cost me my job. But the struggle is real, and don't you dare undermine it.
You lost your job because of the apples, you know that. You know and I know it.
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
That's the bee.
Why do you and your sister Giselle have such opposing views, Lottie?
Giselle whines she lost her job due to her unionist activities, which started her drinking. Truth is, she got fired because she's an alcoholic.
And you don't share your sister's views.
On the contrary, I totally believe that workers need to unite to fight. I just disagree with Giselle's hatred for all wealth and riches.
What do you mean?
I don't believe that you were an automatic arsehole because you were born into a good family.
Perhaps your sister's addiction to alcohol is the result of her despair, but not the cause.
Perhaps you're right. But I'm tired of her playing the outraged and martyred social fighter while I earn money for both of us.
Don't you think she wants to get better?
I believe she knows her alcoholism is a worry to me. And that's another reason why she continues to drink so much.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
You again? What do you want?
Tell me why there is such resentment between you and your sister, Lottie.
She recently fell under the sad saint's influence. Like she's an angel, and I'm a bad, drinking sister.
That's true.
Why would you be the bad sister?
I'm not a bad woman, you know. I'm tough. I get things done. But I have this rage. It makes me do things.
What kind of things?
I don't know, Dr. Reed. It's like, since I can't change this world, I'd rather destroy myself before the world destroys me.
Lottie sees herself as an angel. What do you mean?
These days, Lottie feels compelled to help people and follow Sean Hampton's example. What does that make me look like?
It sounds like you may be jealous of your sister.
Of course I am. It's me who fought for our family. It's me who got fired because I led these strikes. And now I'm the bad seed and she's the good angel.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Choose that, huh? Both 2,000 now, in fact. Your alcoholism isn't exactly helping.
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
Never has his vices, but when your vice controls you.
Lottie, your sister told me you are helping Sean Hampton's charities. Why are you so discreet about it?
I am just trying to do my best. Mr. Hampton deserves our support. These are bad times. We should all help each other.
Your sister seems annoyed by your attitude. Perhaps even jealous.
Life has been tough for Giselle, and she bears a grudge. But she is no different to me. She is just more depressed.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
You didn't see that. That's right, you didn't see a man just turn to dust and warp himself up top of the building. Don't pay attention, man, behind the curtains. He's creepy. Not pay attention to him. Don't look at me. Don't pay attention behind the curtains. Or do, your choice. I don't really care.
I was to flush every hole without rank be hiding in wait.
Bloody leech! It's done for him!
Alright. Let's see what the man in the sewers had. Explore the sewers. Beware.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked, goddammit.
That doesn't work. There must be a way to control the water level in this reservoir. I need to find the wheel.
The wheel, baby. The wheel turns. The wheel must turn. Oh, you're the wheel, baby. That's stupid. You know who that is. Quiet, nerds. Shut up, you boy. I heard you. You know who the fuck it is, dogs.
Hey, you fucking talking? You nuts?
Dogs being dogs. You can smell them already. Get here, freak.
Get out of here, you can't come in here.
Alright. See the dog's barking for you already now. You know they are. You smell them already. You can smell it before you even got up. I know you. Right for the barking, you ready. Alright, let's turn the wheel.
So that's it. These wheels control the water level. That gate should shut properly now. That doesn't work.
Is this flock now?
This is despicable.
I'm liking this. One bit, unless he's eating out of scales, it's probably terrible for him.
I cannot enter.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again! The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally, a touch of lucidity. Respect the laws of Ascalon. You cannot comprehend. Neck shall snap again. I shall crush you. Your blood is
Vampires, man. Vampires. Oh, god damn it.
You can make a March of that video.
I know. God damn it. It cost me time. Now I gotta do this fight again. I'm recording it too.
Sorry, Kevin, your dog's trying to play too.
I lay on my side. He didn't run around with that. That's his problem.
He's trying to fight you right now. Whoa, careful.
Alright.
It's got a hand there.
You shall learn to respect the laws of Ascalon.
Alright, gotcha.
How you cannot comprehend. Once you finished slaughtering skulls while singing your name. And thine shall be a fair skull to adorn my mantle.
Damn fool.
Pissing wells! Foolish Ekon! Your blood is now mine. Return to your found your death in me. Crush you. Down, stay down.
Close one. Too close. I don't think he was the beast personally.
It's locked, all right. At least one scout escaped Virgil's wrath. The poor creature is bleeding to death. He cannot be far.
wind tunnel even.
How could he have made it this far? There's blood everywhere.
Safe we are, still. Drink now.
Bless you, Bridget.
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst.
Exactly what I think it is.
This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, Vampire. But thank you.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Echo. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon, but I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves if they had their way.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Echo or a Scout.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
So was it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
Sean is a Skal. All those I've encountered have been violent, crazed creatures. How can he be any different?
Maybe because he is the sad saint. Or perhaps because I am Old Bridget of the Sewer Skulls.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No, Harriet is not alive, but you can speak to her. I must warn you, she is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us? Oh, Bridget, allow me to wander above some years back. It was unpleasant. Keep your distance, Echo.
Yeah, of course. I have a bad feeling that becoming an Echo is not... It's like simple as going mad and just killing everything in sight.
I've not seen beyond these walls in such a long time. Your place is not here. We're at your mercy. Will you end us? Your spare little daisy. So sweet of
Even Vampire side, yeah, I'm assuming these are ghettos, pretty much, for lesser vampires. Every single one I met was blessed with these lunatics. Why are you guys still sane? Why you guys are still sane?
Keep your distance, Echo.
It's about as I can get.
Old Bridget says you are one to trust. Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master.
Echoes. Great laws. Will not be hard. Great laws will be dealt with. How you doing?
Hello, Harriet. You recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I've so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
How do you feel?
How do you feel?
I can't see. I can't move. My body's burning. I feel as if I'm dying over and over again.
Have you tried to eat or drink something?
People here tried to feed me, but I'm just not hungry. I don't have the strength.
Does the pain ever stop?
It is not pain I feel. It's like I can't stop feeling every inch of my body. But at the same time, each muscle and bone is the wrong place.
Your room, the blood. What brought you to fake your death in such a gruesome fashion?
To see if I would be mourned.
Why flee with Sean Hampton?
It's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin. But the coward still won't kill.
Do you take pleasure in causing so much pain and sorrow?
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the discarded.
Why did you come here?
And why not? This is where I live now. Leave me be.
Leave me be.
Will you respect old Bridget's wishes? Will you obey her?
Bridget is kind. She only needs to keep me fed and I'll be good.
So you desire to stay here?
Yes, I'm with my own kind. Birds of a feather, so to speak. Poor Harriet. Always alone.
I see.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
We are not dead, Harriet. Death no longer pertains to us. We are different.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before falling ill. Oh, he was an awful man. Disgusting and cruel. So cruel.
You sought vengeance by your own hand, and someone else obliged you. Very convenient. Don't lie to me.
Don't lie.
I don't lie. I saw him near the docks, and rightly I wished him dead. And I am happy he is. It's true. But I didn't kill him. I was too tired.
Shadows? Tell me what you saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness. Quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me, and now it is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest.
Sure.
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us. Spend time with us. And I may be willing to answer more questions.
Your diction, your words. You do not carry yourself like most Skulls I've encountered.
True. I'm not like most Skulls.
You were once someone else. What happened to you?
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon, but it will remain mine.
Can I be of service to you?
We ask but one thing. Reveal to no one our secrets. Do not betray us.
Why do you live here, amongst the filth and vermin?
Live. Here we hide.
What are you hiding from?
From the guilt, the shame, from the hunters and the light. And of course, our past.
Why don't you leave the city? Hide somewhere far from the Guard of Priwen. The Ascalon Club.
We are the Sewer Skulls. This is our domain. We have run as far as we can, and now we hide.
Terrifying.
For how long have you been in hiding here?
Yeah.
Skulls have been hiding under London since vampires first entered the city.
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are skulls, groveling beneath the feet of our makers.
So then you're a wolf.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she's a skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Shornhampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Egon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
Thank you, old Bridget. I hope we'll meet again.
Ascalon has stalked us for ages upon ages.
I see. No doubt why. It says a defeat, I'm not killing. No doubt he's probably just knocked that wakes up like. Yo, Echo.
I cannot enter.
Said he's hiding here. It's further down, it says. I've seen all those signs here too, so maybe it's. I wonder. Look at it. Yeah. Figure. Scale Society of list of vampires. Vampires been discovered by the masters to cast aside, so they devolve on themselves.
The vampire hunters will never find us here.
Lost District. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, alright. So this is the way I Let's go straight up, assuming.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
It's not all scouts are mindless beasts. I'm still on the wolves that can't fight their addition. Unless they're vampires that admit it's not but a master.
Welcome back, Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers.
Are you eating raw flesh? Whose is it?
Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
Take mortals and scowls.
You make no distinction between the living and the skulls, do you?
We are God's children, Dr. Reed. One and all. And he's determined to save us.
Does this place belong to you? How can you be so certain you can keep it open?
This warehouse was once property of the Dawson family, but has been bequeathed me through donation.
The Dawsons? The wealthiest family in London? Have they a clue as to what goes on here?
Not at all. The donation was made before the war. The building was run down. I never met Aloysius Dawson myself.
So you have the run of the place and no one's taken notice?
As long as we keep to ourselves, we interest no one. This is a haven, and I pray it remains so for eons to come.
What will be the result if you continue to assist both skulls and the living?
For the last decade, that's what's been happening. And they found a better life. What's to change?
What about the epidemic?
You're forgetting the epidemic. Things can go south very quickly. I've seen it.
Oh, these are terrible times. Only those pure of heart shall prevail.
What if the epidemic ends though? Then someone's gonna see you like, hey, the place we don't need now, we want it back now. Or we're gonna buy it, push you off. And to see all this shit? Shit.
You've turned Skal now. Don't you see the danger to anyone giving you their trust?
We are all sinners, awaiting salvation. This is a simple truth, ordained by the Lord Almighty. I am a seeker of his glorious light.
Harriet, Miss Jones, has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Who's old Bridget?
Who is this old Bridget?
Who's old Bridget exactly?
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger Skals, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of his divine will. We we shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
I think he has good deeds. I'm gonna see what happens.
I will strive to emulate your merciful nature, Sean, but it's a difficult pledge to make.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
Try it. Why not? I got plenty.
My discover is vampire blood would enhance your metabolism, perhaps even heal you. If what old Bridget says is true, I'll give you some of mine.
I'd rather not. It would be extremely awkward.
You have no choice, Sean. It's the only way to protect your chettle, those still amongst the living.
No, Dr. Reed. God made me this way. Who am I to disobey his will?
You believe that God's plan was for you to be abandoned at birth.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
He does.
I can't imagine God intended for you to be molested by a priest in an orphanage. Drink, friend.
You said God worked mysterious ways, so this is one of them.
No!
I said kneel and drink. Now.
That does nothing. What makes you a vampire? Explode! Explode. Not my sons. Just for yourself the consequences of your actions.
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game.
Chris, let me talk to you.
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
I put up your public service announcement. Consider the common folk warned about the vampiric presence.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. You may not realize it, but you saved a great many lives today.
Do you really think they could be useful?
See the sad saint of the East End? How a single man can help so many people? I consider myself the discreet protector of these men and women.
Interesting.
Tell me, Ichabod, why do you consider yourself the protector of Sean Hampton's shelter?
He is a truly inspiring example. Dedicated, pious. His shelter is open to all, whoever they are. Most admirable.
Most admirable.
You've never faced, let alone killed, a vampire, Ichabod. You're a fraud.
No, I'm not. I may embellish the truth concerning my achievements, but I'm totally dedicated to my quest.
You have courage.
You have courage, Mr. Throgmorton. Perhaps that is all one requires to face the demons.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. You'll see. One day I'll find and kill one of these monstrosities with my own 2 hands.
Oh. Damn it. I wanna go back and, oh, screw that.
Did you see what happened to him?
Actually, yes. He was thrown from the roof like a vulgar log.
Afraid.
Why is it that you sound so afraid?
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground. The strength required to do such a thing, well, it beggars belief.
A vampire.
Who could have done that?
Who? Well, a vampire, of course. Look, bite marks on the neck and lacerations here. There is definitely a vampire close by.
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
You again? What do you want?
Did you see what just happened?
No, I didn't. And I don't care.
Really? Why is that?
Because this sexist pig is one of the 4 men who blacklisted me. Good riddance, if you ask me.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
I might have stepped over the body there.
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
Did you see what happened?
No. I was coming back to the shelter from work when I heard an awful scream, and there was this man, dead, just in front of the building.
You saw nothing at all?
No, I told you, just that awful woman's scream.
A woman scream? Are you sure?
Of course. It was terrifying. I thought it was my sister, so I ran. But it was a man I've never seen round here before.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
What's in his hand?
I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father. "29 Pretty Orchard Street." That's near Poplars District. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.
Maybe if I go through these sewers again. Should I rest? Can I talk to him now, for Christ's sakes? It's about 5:17, jeez. I've been playing for a while, but I'm supposed to do something with my friend of mine today. I guess it won't be until next week then. I'll meet him tomorrow. Oh, if it's tomorrow, then I gotta tell him. Well, if it's quick, I'll probably still be able to go. I gotta do some meetings. Do some church meetings, that's all.
I hate leeches!
It's like wow, what? Still on chapter 3? Yeah, still on chapter 3, family history. Looks like this is the chapter I do explore the other areas. First, let me just kill some more enemies and then I'll probably rest. Yes, rest. Street. Alright, before I head there and look around a bit around there. Some predicaments that's happening around.
It's locked.
On the other side on that like pipe as well. I think it was too. Okay. No, nothing. Alright. At first I didn't care. These murders such as pigs are blacklisted me. So I'm good as I say. Go the other way now? I know it's probably blocked, but there's that bridge there. I want to put a Banff cross there.
I cannot enter.
I have a feeling I'm gonna fight that guy again.
It's locked.
we're at your mercy. Will you end up?
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Echo?
There is too much left unanswered.
Get to know her.
Thank you, old Bridget.
Alright, I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna level up. One that does anything. Hope I don't lose anybody.